Little brother, I know you're hurting and struggling. And of all the things in this world that can distract, trip, weaken, or completely own us, drugs and alcohol are at the forefront. That is why they're a worldwide epidemic. So don't keep beating yourself up with thoughts of how weak you are and how only you have a problem. You're just a small drop of water in a sea of addiction. The good news is there are also plenty of success stories. So there's no need to just end it or wallow in it. If anyone's proof of this, I am. I have tried to encourage you with my own success and offered some advice along the way, I suppose, but I would be remiss if I didn't share with you the true source of my ability to break free. You see, I'd been in and out of rehabs, jails, counselings, and such for quite some years. I'd learned about triggers and about how to manage them with good nutrition and hydration, avoiding peer pressure and enablers, being physically active, staying busy, and getting some kind of support network like the VA, AA, NA, Sober Friends, church, spouse, a civic organization, or whatever. But I also learned that the bottom line is this: everyone has to heal themselves. That's because every addict is escaping their own emotions, memories, genetics, or some other form of personal demon. It's becoming accepted in the treatment community that emotional addiction is way more prevalent than an actual chemical or physical, if those exist at all. So it's the source of help that finally freed me from my own bitterness, anger, low self-esteem, vanity, expectations, and hopeless depression that seems most important to share with you now. First, you have to accept that you are not an arbitrary accident and that a creator does exist. Even AA's first step is to give your addiction to your higher power. I can definitely testify that I've tried both to disprove God's existence and told him, "But me, I don't need you also." Unfortunately, we do have a soul that was created. It's spiritual in nature and must be spiritually appeased. If not, our consciences, self-image, and emotions suffer, causing us to escape to our addictions. So it is imperative to be healthy in spirit, to heal your soul in order to truly beat your addiction. Spiritual harmony can only be achieved by having a relationship with the creator of it. I assure you, healing can and truly begin by accepting that God does exist. He does love you. He will help those acknowledge him and seek his change in their lives. He will forgive the past. Absolutely. How do we know this? The story of Jesus tells us this, and my story tells us it's still true today. Here's the story. God chose the Jewish people to demonstrate his presence and to show his nature, ours, and that of this world. Jesus came to deliver a message and a covenant that allows us to survive his nature, ourselves, and the natural world we've been born into. He performed miracles to demonstrate his authority and love. He delivered a message of forgiveness. He paid the sacrificial lamb portion required by law to further demonstrate the extent of his love. He was resurrected to further demonstrate his authority to grant forgiveness and his power to deliver a promise of eternal life. Despite 2,000 years of attacks meant to disprove the story of Jesus, it continues today to be much more provable than not. As an addict, it is imperative we have a source of hope. It's also necessary to love yourself enough to fight. Accepting the loving forgiveness of Christ is an absolute game changer. Feeling the love and acceptance from our Creator is the best medicine available to man or woman for all ailments of the soul. It delivers hope and purpose. Accepting his standards and will for our lives frees us from our own disappointments that are born of our own earthly expectations. You're no longer alone. Life is no longer all about you. The present situation in this life are not the end of us. With Christ and our Father in heaven, we have someone and something that has lasted and worked for thousands of years in our corner. Yes, there are those that don't want you to succeed. After all, it makes them look and feel bad. They'll tell you Christianity is for the weak and broken people. It's a weakness to need God. Well, Jesus admitted so much. Paul pointed out that if we are weak and turn to Christ for strength, we now have achieved a greater, more superior strength, Christ's strength, so we're blessed to be weak. This isn't in the letter, but as an edit, I just want to say, when people say, oh, you're weak, all that Christianity is weakness, you say, thank you, I'm blessed, ain't I? I hope that you will meditate on this. Acknowledge God. Pray the sinner's prayer and ask for forgiveness, new direction, and strength. Then accept it. Study Jesus and become more like Him. Look for God's will in your life instead of your own. There are a lot of tools and help for beating addiction, but I can assure you that none of them hold a candle to healing your own self-image and the image of this world through a relationship with Jesus Christ. Pardon me. One last thing. You may have noticed I never said church was the answer. Church is a great source of guidance and support, and I highly recommend finding one. But as we know already, simply cleaning up your image and going to church doesn't really permanently change people or save them. A relationship with God through the forgiveness of Jesus is all that's essential. Much love, little brother. Good luck. My prayers, blessings, and best wishes to you. Your loving brother, Goat.